Certification. It's a frequent request of design professionals, both by their clients and public entities. But inherent in that word comes a lot of danger. In fact, in my experience, there's been no issue which has led to more licensing censures, loss of licenses, and fines to design professionals than the issue of certification. It's also an issue of potential liability, so we really need to understand the implications of that word. We can start by going to Webster's. Webster's defines certification in a couple of ways, but what it really says is it is to testify to provide confirmation that something meets a standard, a performance, or a criteria, or that someone or something has risen to that level and satisfied a requirement. Frequently, these obligations will come from clients in the form of contract obligations or otherwise with respect to payment applications, job site walks, punch lists. More often and more problematically, they come from public entities who want various disciplines, be it architects, structural engineers, civil engineers, to sign off at the end of the project and put their stamp or seal on a letter or a confirmation stating that the project has been built in compliance with those standards. Well, herein lies the problem, and it's really two problems. First of all, what we're being asked to certify has to do with a third party. It's not something we, the design professional, did. It's not something we put pen to paper that we ever did ourselves, but we're being asked to weigh in on, validate, and affirm the performance of a third party when we almost never have been there the entire time to observe it. The second part is that it is inherently inconsistent with that standard of care for professionals, which is not perfection. The word certify speaks of absolute, complete, and starts to sound a whole lot like a warranty or a guarantee. So as we enter into this mix, we need to be very careful as we go to do it. It's important that we draft the appropriate language to go with that certification, and that it come with the appropriate disclaimers. Those disclaimers can either come in our own template of certification that we put out, or in the transmittal that we accompany it with. In terms of those solutions, those limitations, or those reality checks that we need to put in place, there are really two. The first one is to limit it to our actual knowledge, not the things that might have been taking place when we weren't there, or things that we have not actually seen with our own eyes and considered and looked at, but what we've actually seen. The second is to make clear that no matter what we've done in our certification, no matter what we've done in signing off and attempting to review the performance of that third party, nothing in that relieves them of that obligation. So if we are doing that, what our language in our certification letter or our transmittal is going to say will be something like the following. The certification or transmittal set forth herein is based on three things: the consultant's actual knowledge, their contract performance and scope of work, and their discipline, so that we are not taking responsibility for third-party issues. The second part, like it, would be a disclaimer to state that nothing in this certification should be taken as relieving the contractor, the supplier, or the other third parties involved from their obligations to comply with contracts, plans, specifications, and codes. If we can build those reality checks and limitations into the certifications we do, we'll be serving an educational purpose for everyone on the project, serving well the project and our clients, and managing our risk and our liability appropriately. Thank you.